It all goes down in this episode. We continue our campaign in the French League. But guys, in this episode, you see the final game of the Champions League group stage. Last time out, we lost against Real Madrid. Arsenal won against Galatasaray, putting them just 2 points behind at PSG. If Arsenal win this game that you'll see later on in the video, they will go through to the Champions League knockout stages and PSG will be out. So you're going to have to stay tuned. There is a lot riding on that game. But first, you guys are going to see the highlights from the French League game against PSG and Sochaux. Now, Sochaux, they don't find themselves in a comfortable place in the league. They are towards the bottom. They are not far away from relegation zone, and it was Ibrahimovic that was looking to just destroy them in this game. Almost made it 1-0, but the post denied him. Sochaux, they had a couple of chances trying to test our goalkeeper Sirigu, but he had it all covered in this game, trying to hold on to the clean sheet. And really, going by our recent performances in the league, it was a game that we should be winning. Ibrahimovic here as well, just running with the ball on the outside of the box, fired it with his right foot and found at the bottom right hand corner. How he managed to score that, I don't know, because you'll see on the replay here with the goalkeeper, he was right there. He could have managed to save it, get a fingertip to it at least, to try and deflect it away from the goal, but unfortunately for him, it was 1-0 to PSG. As you can see here on the replay, look at that. Such power, and the ball again curling from left to right, so maybe it was out of his reach, not too sure. But Lavezzi, oh, what are you playing at? That was a perfect chance to maybe score with a bit of finesse on the half volley, but it just skies it into the crowd. And we still find ourselves 1-0 up against Sochaux. Cavani could see De Chilio making the run way out of position. It's not very often you see De Chilio up front, but he likes to make those runs, those inside forward runs. And he almost made it 2-0. We've got a corner out of that, and there's that sweet tactic. I'm going to keep calling it a sweet tactic because it does work. It was Lavezzi with the corner. Matuidi was just chilling on the outside of the box. He wasn't even picked up by any of the opposition. And what a great camera angle to see the replay on his left foot. The ball just curls away. How did he manage to sneak that one in? Again, the keeper was so close, but seemed to be so far away from it. 2-0 was the final score. Sochaux have now taken another step towards getting relegated from the French League. But PSG, we had to turn our attention to that game in London against Arsenal. It is the last game of the Champions League group stage. If we lose this, we are out of the Champions League. If we win or draw, we're through. And Real Madrid, as you can see there, 100% record for them, and they'll probably complete that after beating Galatasaray. But for my starting 11, I was going to go all out for this one. I didn't care if there were some players that weren't looking too fit for the game. They had to play. I needed my top players. I couldn't risk anything. Keep in mind as well that Mats Hummels was out injured at this time, and so was Alex, so I had to fall back on Marquinhos. Thankfully he was fully fit for this game, but it's a lot to ask really of a 20-year-old in big games like this. And I went too late with the offside trap there for Arsenal. Giroud was through on goal, could have made it 1-0 there, but thankfully Sirigu was looking lively and managed to save that and put it behind for a corner. Nothing came of that. And then it was time for PSG to hit Arsenal on the attack, see how they like it. As I said in my previous episode, this game is going to be full of tension. It was going to be a heavyweight bout, kind of similar to Rocky Balboa against Ivan Drago, something like that. PSG against Arsenal, top sides in their respective leads, and as you can see here, I'm just trying to retain possession, keep it together. De Chilio down the right wing for PSG, pulled the ball back, swung it across, and it was Ibrahimovic that was on the end of a perfect delivery from De Chilio, putting PSG 1-0 up. Good position to be in, and it was going to force Arsenal to then open up, and it could even mean they could crumble apart Arsenal. Lucas with the ball full of pace down that left wing, tried to pass in the ball for Gundogan, who was in space, who peeled away from Mertesacker and Monreal, and I think it was Monreal that cleared the danger. Up the other end, PSG's area, it was Sirigu who managed to clear the danger with a punch, but the ball fell straight to the feet of Theo Walcott, and he got the equaliser for Arsenal. I was having a bit of a tough time in the first half to keep a lid on Theo Walcott, but he wasn't having any of it, and he just slotted that one past. Both teams went in at half-time at the Emirates, deadlocked. As it stood, PSG were through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. Arsenal were out. So in the second half, it was over to Arsenal to put in a better performance than they had done in the first and maybe put an end to PSG's campaign in the Champions League. I didn't want to just get a point from this game though. I wanted to win this, and it was Gundogan that found Lucas, and just look at that. Oh, amazing. Absolutely superb. It's sublime. There's not a word to actually describe how thoroughly I enjoyed that goal. It's like a FIFA-gasm. It was amazing. Look at that. Superb. Terrible camera angle here. You can't really see what's going on, but that is my type of goal. It really is. It's kind of reminiscent to a Ross Barkley finish just the other week in real life against, I think it was Man City, wasn't it? That's what Lucas is capable of, and because he was being put under a bit of pressure there from Sanya, he took it first time. Thankfully it paid off and turned it into something special, and Theo Walcott, who have been having a fantastic game so far, ruined it there with that volley. Should have done better with that, really. Maybe took his time to cross it in. And Giroud, a bit later on, another opportunity to put themselves back on level terms, but Cavani and Ibrahimovic linking up nicely. Ibra coming out on top with that challenge, fired off the shot, very similar to Cavani's goal a bit earlier on in this video. It wasn't later, obviously, but Szczesny managed to save that for Arsenal. Cavani, look at him, look at the pace, beating Mertesacker, and makes it 3-1 to PSG. 83rd minute, signed, sealed and delivered. PSG will be going through to the knockout stages of the Champions League, and Arsenal are out. There was one final gasp from Arsenal before they sunk. It was Wilshere using his dribbling skills to the best, and Theo Walcott, who fired off the shot, unable to beat Sirigu. Final score at the Emirates, 3-1 to PSG. As I said, PSG through to the knockout stages, coming up short behind Real Madrid in the Champions League group stage. And speaking of the group stages, let's just quickly now go through all of them and see the teams that have advanced through to the knockout stages. In Group A, you've got Marseille and Bayer Leverkusen. Group B, Manchester United and Napoli are through. Very close there between Dortmund and Napoli. It could have easily been Dortmund. In Group C, Barcelona and Manchester City will be in the knockout stages. FC Bâle and PSV are out of the Champions League as well. In Group D, it's Benfica and Schalke that go through. Anderlecht and CSKA Moscow are out of the Champions League itself. I think it's the third spot that goes through to the Europa League. Group E, which was PSG's group, which was ours. Real Madrid and PSG are through, as you know. Arsenal and Galatasaray are out, and they obviously lost to Real Madrid, as Real Madrid won all 6 games. In Group F, Chelsea and AC Milan are through. Zenit St. Petersburg and Olympiacos are out. Very tight group again between 2nd and 3rd. In Group G, FC Bayern Munich and Ajax are out. Very surprised that Bayern Munich didn't win all games, they normally do. And in Group H, Celtic and Atletico Madrid are through. Juventus are out. And so here is the draw for the knockout stages. Round of 16, PSG will have to play Benfica home and away. That's going to be an interesting fixture, right? Whereas Manchester United, they drew against Schalke. City will have to play Bayern Munich. Real Madrid will play Bayer Leverkusen, and Chelsea will play Napoli. So after that tough bout against Arsenal midweek in the Champions League, the team kind of got a break because of the international break, which went on for a week and a half, something like that. So when they came back, the whole team were looking fully fit, apart from Alex, who was still out with an injury. But I love that feeling on FIFA. You know, when you go to select your team and you look at the energy and it's completely full on every single top player that you have in the side. And so I didn't pick Ibrahimovic for this game. He started on the bench. I didn't want to risk him maybe picking up an injury. Anything can happen, especially when it's raining, and it does have an effect on the game. But in the second half, not much happened in the first. It was very dull. As I said, you know, the rain can really affect the game, and it makes it dull for me when playing. And it started Reims. They seem to have shut shop as well. They wanted to hold on to maybe a draw in this game. I'm not too sure where they are in the league. I think it might be mid-table. I'll have to go and check that one. But Cavani, look at the referee getting in the way of Cavani there. But he was eventually released, and took the ball into the box, and I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. You know, it was getting too much. It was getting a very boring game, and I won't show you guys the replay. It was a sweaty goal, I will admit. I'll put my hands up to that. It was sweaty. But I needed a bit of motivation in this game. I was feeling very dull. When Ibrahimovic passed that, I thought Cavani was going to pick it up, seeing that he was running on. But it went to Lucas, and that released Cavani to make that run. Lucas over the top with the lob, and oh yeah, you just saw the goal there. I'm loving it. What a brilliant goal. Goalkeeper just stunned. How did that happen? And the ball physics on FIFA working overtime. Cavani on fire with his right foot. Finds the top right hand corner. Superb. It really is. He loves scoring from that position as well, just outside the box. Goalkeeper, just look at how the ball just dips. It looks like it's probably going to sail over, but the ball just dipping into the top corner. Fantastic. There's just no stopping Cavani at the moment, and I don't want to speak too soon or too loud, but I hope he doesn't get injured. That normally happens though, especially to me. You know, you get one player that's on top form and then they go and get injured for about 2 or 3 months, and it's a long time to be out. And look at this for poor defending from Stade Rennais. Ibrahimovic making a nuisance of himself. He's just all over that, chasing the ball down, and it paid off. Goalkeeper, what were you thinking? You can see Ibrahimovic right in front of you. Why would you go to pass it to him? It was a poor goal, and when you look at the replay as well, I thought maybe there was a handball going on there from Ibra. I don't think it was really intentional, but it was a poor goal. Not the best that we've seen from Ibra, but at the final score, 3-0 to PSG. And that, guys, is the end of this episode. I do hope that you've all enjoyed and enjoyed the goals as well, and I'll see you all very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.
3-0. I'll leave you with the full match highlights, and until next